All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Tuesday night Principal Cairo broadcast from DE and Band of Brothers. I'm Dr. Brian Moriarty, your esteemed MC tonight for tonight's exciting call with Dr. Cassie LaFay. But before we get to her, DE is upon us. And a Happy New Year to everybody. And we have officially hit January, which means it's DE month, our winter DE 2026, January 29th to February 1st. Room block ends January 15th. So today is the 6th. So you've got just over a week to get the room block discount. It's a great discount, includes your meals. Make sure you're in the room block. Don't be a jerk and book outside the room block. In the room block, get the meals, get all the perks. That's the only way to do it at DE. We're there in Atlanta at the beautiful Marriott. Hopefully it's going to be warm. Sometimes winter D, you never know. I remember a winter D a few years ago, we got snow. So that was pretty fun. So hopefully it's warm, though. Upcoming DE dates, we got, there you go, Clearwater, spring 2026 at the Sheraton Sand Key right on the Gulf of Mexico. That one's going to be a great one. I'm bringing my whole team to that one. Summer, July 16th to the 19th, back in Atlanta, and then the fall just before Halloween, back in Atlanta. Go to lifede.com if you'd like to register and be a part of the movement. But January 29th is coming real quick. And there's our Connect groups. What color are you? Purple, orange, yellow, blue. Get involved. Get in a Connect group to connect with your brothers and sisters in chiropractic so you can keep in touch between the meetings. That's a great thing to be a part of. So DE's coming up in just what is that, 3 weeks from Thursday. So wow, I gotta tell you, I'm super pumped. I feel like it's been like a year and a half since DE. I'm like counting down the days. I cannot wait. The speaker schedule is up. There's some incredible people coming. You've got Jack Borla, president of Sherman College, coming to speak. You've got the Satilli clan, Michael Halloran, Matt McCoy, Steve Judson. I saw on there was like Brian Lieberman is like twice on there. So it's a killer lineup, guys. You definitely want to be there. It starts Thursday night with Steve Judson, Dee Dee Umber, runs all the way through Sunday morning. I hope you can get there, get in the room block. That's coming up. And be a part of DE. You won't want to miss this one. Great lineup for this one. I think even Steve LaFay might be speaking at this one. And speaking of LaFay, we've got his daughter as our speaker tonight. So Dr. Cassie LaFay has been coming to DE for several years. She is just became a chiropractor, graduated 2024, which I guess we're in 2026, so that's like 2 years ago, but it's less than that. Graduate of that Canadian Chiropractic College. I think it's like Canadian Memorial or something. So I'm excited to hear her share. First timer to the Tuesday night call. Just got married just a short while ago. And is expecting her first child. So that was exciting news to learn in the pre-interview there. So from Canada, let's give this girl a warm welcome, as I feel like she's going to light this thing on fire. Let's give it up for Dr. Cassie LaFay. Take it away, Cassie. We love and appreciate you.
Thank you, Brian. What an incredible introduction, sharing the news. I just want to say hi, DE fam. Thanks for having me on a Tuesday night call. As my nerves are like setting in, I'm like, okay, we're with the family again. We're good. We don't need to be nervous. Like Brian was kind of saying, I'm Dr. Cassie LaFay. I've been in practice in Stratford, Ontario, Canada now for about a year and a half-ish, working alongside my dad, Dr. Steve LaFay. We basically adjust and reconnect our families back to their innate, day in, day out. I really love what I do, and I feel really blessed to be able to do what I do. So I just want to share a little bit kind of about me, about what practice has just taught me in this short amount of time, and of course what DE has done for me. So obviously my first DE was April 2024. So I graduated in June. So it was actually a couple months before I graduated, which I feel really blessed to have had, just kind of gearing into practice. So yeah, I guess a little bit about me and my practice. I have come to the conclusion pretty quickly that I love my families, my babies, my kids. At first I was kind of like, do I really want to see babies? Like, are we sure about this? Like, there was a few mentors of mine that were like, you're going to love it. And I'm like, this sounds really chaotic, but it's been amazing. I love it nothing more. Like, obviously I love all my patients on my schedule every day, and I'm blessed to have each and every one of them trust me with their care. But there's nothing more special than a mother giving you her newborn child and trusting you. So that, I think, takes the cake for me every time. So yeah, I see lots of kind of everyone from all walks of lives. In our practice, we have obviously 0 to, like, I think my oldest patient is like 91. So, not just babies, but love them even more. So, so obviously as chiropractors, we're made different, born different, think different, just are different. So DE has just kind of given us a place to be different and allowed us to be different. So obviously I'm going to get into how much DE has done for me as well. But yeah, I just want to start with kind of how I found my journey alongside practice first. And obviously that's all integrated with DE as well, because I've learned so much, going into it. So, through all the kind of ICPA courses that I was taking, I started to gain a little bit more confidence in practice slowly but surely. Kind of, I was at first like, okay, fake it till you make it. Like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing kids, and I'm like, do I really know what I'm doing with all the, the knowledge I've come out of school with? And then just brushing up on shoulders with all our DE, friends and family, and all the good mentors I've had, and the extra courses. And I came to step into, kind of family-based care. So I've been loving that. I feel like from a young age, as a chiro kid myself, I always kind of dipping back into how we're just different because we just are. I always believed that the body was self-healing, self-regulating organism, kind of growing up my whole life before I even knew that I knew. Obviously having my dad, and as a strong mentor for me as well. But I kind of feel like we were always going against the grain in terms of like choices growing up and decisions and medically and all of that. So I feel like along the way, I just started to feel a little bit, it's an isolating, especially the 4 years that went on here. It was an isolating time. So to come out of that, and come to DE was the biggest breath of fresh air for me. So I feel like I've been kind of born again and found some of my people, and yeah, it's been amazing. So couple things I just want to share that I feel like DE has helped me with as well. Is a big mentor of mine, a couple big mentors of mine talk about two most important things to be a good healer. Number one is love and gratitude in your heart. And number two is certainty and presence of the mind. So I've always been kind of a bit of a yapper, but I'm always thinking about the future too. So I've struggled with staying present, just over my life, I would say, in general. So I feel like DE has given me a really good base of how to practice that, and how important that is, to get into that heart space before we're laying our hands on people. Especially, the presence of the mind is the most important. So we're not thinking about, I've really had to hone in on not thinking about, what I'm going to make for dinner tonight, when I'm going to walk my puppy, or whatever's going on in life, just staying really present with my patients. And DE has taught me kind of how to do that, and how to enter, a heart-centered practice. So it's really interesting because I've had a couple patients kind of use that word, towards how they feel about, our atmosphere and my adjustments and stuff, just how it's very heart-centered, it's very authentic. So I've been kind of leaning into that a little bit more and loving that. As a young doctor, I feel like, it can be really easy to feel not good enough. So like, you don't know enough, you're not as good enough adjuster, you're just not enough yet. And But what I can say through that is even just this short year and a half of practice, I've already seen so many amazing things and so many amazing results from people who, when they have their subluxations released and they're reconnected with their innate. And most importantly, when I get out of my own way and step into that heart center and get out of my head and lead with my heart, that I suddenly don't feel not good enough. I feel like I'm just there laying my hands on this person, ready to help heal. So DE has taught me how to step into that attitude of gratitude when laying my hands on those people. So I'm forever grateful for that as well. And just also being able to have a space 4 times a year. I usually get there 3 times at this point, but we're getting there. 3 times a year where we can reconnect, get re-dipped into the principle. And DE has just helped me practice with my communication skills too. So obviously you can know a lot, but being able to actually communicate that with your patients is like the next step, right? Which takes, I feel it takes your practice that much further. So actually this morning, I wanted to touch on this. This morning I had a patient, a new patient, and just finished up her initial. And so we just did our history and our physical. And then going into the ROF afterwards, she, was really, really like, okay, yeah, like really following me on everything I'm saying, kind of keeping an open communication. So she was asking some questions. And at the end, she just kind of said to me, Dr. Cassie, you're a really good teacher. And I kind of stepped back for a second because I've actually never had a compliment like that before. Everyone's like, oh, your hands, or, the adjustment was amazing, whatever, right? Whatever it might be. But I haven't heard, you're a great teacher. So that made me take a step back and realize, okay, wow. So for starters, the words we say are impactful, and how we say it matters. But just I don't think that I could ever have received a compliment like that without DE helping me along the way, and just helping me communicate that principle, be more certain in that principle. So yeah, the timing of that compliment being this morning's shift was really cool too. So I just wanted to share that. And then of course, DE has also brought me so many lifelong friendships already. So I feel like, again, tying back to being the young doc in practice can be tough. It can be challenging. It can be intimidating. So finding kind of like a like-minded army of young docs around me has been amazing for me as well. So we have like even our own, we've done now our mini DEs, which are like monthly with our young docs. My dad helps run. So we just kind of hammer out any other really detailed things we need to talk about. So we kind of go through that together. So yeah, just developing those really lifelong connections, those deeper friendships. It's taken even friendships I've had and brought to DE that much deeper as well. And then I just feel like practicing alongside my dad has also just deepened our relationship and our appreciation for each other. So that's been amazing. Obviously practicing, I mentioned this when I spoke on a Monday night call, but the way our office is set up, I have my rooms along the east side of the building and my dad has the west side. So we feel like when we're like back to back adjusting on either side of the office. And so that's really cool. And then obviously spending, I cherish the weekends that we spend at DE together and connecting even deeper. So that's been amazing as well. And then, yeah, so Dr. Brian kind of sharing the news. We're expecting in April. So that's coming up really quickly. And I've kind of been battling all these like just different things around that. So I've always been really driven and, wanting to focus on practice and, build this baby. Right. But then I'm always torn both ways because I've like motherhood's always called me too. So when God decided it was my time to become a mother, I was just like, okay, so we got to talk, like we got to kind of go through all of my fears around how I can balance both. But I feel really lucky because through DE, I have so many mentors who have done both and have been amazing chiropractors and amazing mothers. And I've been able to connect with them and kind of get the reassurance that you can do both. And it can look different, and that's okay too. So yeah, I just feel like I'm grateful for the role models I have that have helped me in being so sure in that. And I can't wait to raise DE babies and add to the pack of them all at the back. Jamie Judson has already claimed that she would like to be my number one babysitter. So I said, all yours, girl. So yeah, so we'll see. The due date's actually right around April DE, so we'll see if we can make it, and if not, it'll be at the next one. But I'm just so excited to raise a next generation in the principal and dip them and get them a DE. And yeah, I just feel like that's going to be the best way to raise them. And yes, when we adjust babies, we're changing their lives, just like the BJ, the video that we've seen at DE many times. The little thing, the little adjustment turns into a big thing. And but I think even just having your babies grow up at DE is a small thing that turns into a big thing as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, just continuing to come to DE, to keep staying dipped in the principal. Usually by the next DE, when it rolls around, I feel like I'm really ready for one and I really need it. So I feel like I'm not alone on that. I know everyone kind of feels that way. Usually by the few month mark, we're ready for it again. But I just want to say thank you for opening your hearts and your arms to, I guess I should say both of us, my dad and I, but me especially. I'm usually poking around in the back. If you've seen me, if you haven't, say hello. But yeah, the next DE I will be at will probably be one with a little baby in my arms. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Dr. Brian, for that awesome introduction. Attitude of gratitude. And I hope everyone has a great night.
Cassie, you did awesome. Great job.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that.
Wow. So exciting. Having a baby, new dog, just got married. You're like living the life. But listen, Jamie Judson is my kid's babysitter. So I don't know what that's about, but you probably have a newborn. My kids are getting older. They're like 7 and 11, but I guess that'll probably lure her away. But she's a great babysitter. So that was a good one to lock up early. But having your kids at D is awesome though. In the back of the room, making noise, running around. That's like living the DE life, and
I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be you soon.
Hard to believe.
Yeah. So anyway, great job tonight. Really appreciate you being on and sharing your heart, and your relationship with your dad was really touching. So good luck to you. We'll be praying for a safe delivery, and hopefully we see you with a new baby very soon.
Thank you, Dr. Brian. I appreciate it so much.
So, and thank you everyone for being on the Tuesday night DE broadcast. Love and appreciate you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday night. Have a great night.